Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to brand new video. In this part of the podcast, we're going to be discussing transfers, and we are discussing strikers in particular. Now, this early morning, David Ornstein did confirm that Arsenal are trying to sign a striker, and they will try to sign a striker in the summer. They will be looking to sign a centre forward. Now, guess what? Right about now, we have names to attach to that position, and it looks like Ollie Watkins is going to be leading the race to join us. Mikel Arteta is a very big fan of the 27-year-old England international. We'll be diving into Ollie Watkins is the right striker for us as backup to Gabriel Jesus, and probably does he add something more than Eddie Nketiah on that centre forward role. Marcus Thuram, Marcus Rashford, and Ivan Toney are the other names we're going to be diving into this evening. Of course, you've got to bear in mind that Ivan Toney still has a couple of charges he has to deal with that do not allow Arsenal to sign him if he's found guilty. Then Marcus Thuram is a free agent, and Marcus Rashford is a long-term target for Mikel Arteta, but I don't think Man United will be letting him go. But in the comment section, let's join the conversation, Arsenal fans, and even if you're not an Arsenal fan, but you love the podcast, let me know in the comment box below and in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal should sign Ollie Watkins, and should he be our priority centre forward target? There are a couple of other good strikers out there, including Dusan Vlahovic, but should the 27-year-old be Arsenal's main target? 27 years of age, he's played 3 seasons in the Premier League, he's averaging around 11 goals per season, and what is good about him is his durability. 35 games on average every campaign. Is he good enough for Arsenal to sign this summer? Let me know. Let's get this video to 500 likes, and of course, subscribe to the thing, right? You can also find me on the 90 More podcast every single day for more of your daily content as well in the footballing world. Let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, I wanted to look at this story in a way that doesn't really sensationalize it. It's an exclusive from Court Offside. We're saying that Ollie Watkins to Arsenal, and they're saying if Christian Parslow could negotiate a fee for 40 or 50 million, I would be snapping Arsenal's hands off. Now, this is a story that has developed in the last 12, 13 hours. Ever since Arsenal were linked to a new centre forward, a couple of names have actually come up, but Court Offside these days, given the fact that they do work with some of the biggest journalists, they're trying to claim their reputation, they're trying to be a better outlet. That's why I decided to do this story off their page. So literally here, what they're saying is that Arsenal could be trying to sign Ollie Watkins for 50 million pounds. Now, I don't have a problem with Arsenal signing Ollie Watkins. I don't have a problem with Arsenal trying to sign a centre forward. I think it would be absolutely levels. It would level up our team. It would take us to the next level if Arsenal signed a new centre forward. But when I heard that Arsenal wanted this new centre forward, I was thinking in the realm of Lautaro Martinez. I was thinking in the realm of Dusan Vlahovic. I was thinking in the realm of Victor Osimhen. That is the category of players that I was looking at, okay? Don't get me wrong, all the names we're going to be discussing in this podcast are absolutely positive. They're very, very good names, but I thought that is where we want to be. It is UEFA Champions League football that we're trying to react to. We are trying to react to, look, we are newlyweds. This is what we are. And when you're a newlywed, everyone thinks it is, glittering. It must be glittering. It must be looking good. And with UCL, for me, that is the perfect opportunity to start attracting the big names. I know they come at a very huge cost and probably with a lot of competition, but we've got to get used to that. We need to start getting used to that at any point in time, if you're Arsenal, if you're Man United, if you're Chelsea, you're going to face competition in the market and you're going to have to stand your ground. Now, talking about Ollie Watkins, this is what he's done in the Premier League so far, and I think I'm really, really impressed with this guy. You look at his numbers. The first season, that was 2020-2021, 37 games, 14 goals and 5 assists. That is 19 goal contributions in 37 games. That is actually quite positive. Last season, 35 games, 11 goals and 2 assists. Dropped off a little bit, to be honest. That is 13 goal contributions in 35 games. That was a massive downfall. But this season, guess what? He's actually becoming a better player under Unai Emery. 8 goals, 4 assists in 23 games only. That is 12 goal contributions, one goal contribution short of what he actually managed last season in about 10 games, actually 12 games less. That is actually very, very positive. Now, would Ollie Watkins be a good option for Arsenal? In my opinion, he definitely would. To be honest, he definitely would. Because you think about all the attributes that we do not have in our strikers: pace, power, good in the air, and probably that kind of whole. I think Gabriel Jesus is the king of hold up. But when it comes to that playing like that lone striker, right? At times you want to play that lone striker. For example, maybe against Manchester City, you want to hit those long balls, just like Villa were doing against us. The likes of Matty Cash, the likes of Emi Buendia, the likes of Filippo Coutinho were always trying to find a way out. So what you do then is you have a player like Ollie Watkins who is strong, so he can be that kind of board, holds the play, and then as he waits for support, right? Antonio does that very well, and Skamaka does that very well as well. But apart from that, he's got the ability to receive that ball lonely as he is, without any support, turn against any defender and drive. I think that is the part of his game that I really, really love very much. So he's one of the strikers that can be, okay to be lonely up top. He was very, very lonely in the Aston Villa Arsenal game, and they could have won the game for me if it's not that shambolic defending of Unai Emery. Always his teams are like that. If it's not that, I think they would have easily won the game. But look at the quality of the goal he scored against Arsenal. Look at the quality of that goal. He scored so many beautiful goals like that, and he's one of those strikers that I can bet he scores every type of goal. As a centre forward, I don't think I would ever doubt him. I still remember when Arsenal wanted a striker, and we were talking about the likes of Ivan Toney, Gabriel Jesus. By then, I said I'll take Ollie Watkins all day, every day. That was in 2022, in the summer of 2021, I think. And I said I'll take him every single day. And now, look where we are. Mikel Arteta is back for him, right? So, look, I want your thoughts on Ollie Watkins. Good player, Premier League proven as well. One thing I've seen with people who support this channel and, fanatics of this channel is you love the thing called Premier League proven. And it's not in vain, actually. When you look at the players we've signed from inside the Premier League, or from from players who have played on a big stage, they've actually done very well. Partey has played on a big stage. Zinchenko is Premier League proven. Gabriel Jesus is Premier League proven. Benjamin White is Premier League proven. Aaron Ramsdale is Premier League proven. The players that and all these other players who are not even Premier League proven have actually come from a big club. You look at Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid for quite some time. He's played at Real Sociedad as well. That's a big club in Spain. So playing on a big stage and being Premier League proven is something that I no longer underestimate, especially as a host of this podcast. But what I'm going to say with Ollie Watkins is, can Arsenal do better? Can Arsenal find a way of doing better than Ollie Watkins? If we can, then I'm afraid he's not going to be my option. I love him so much. I love you so much, Ollie. But if we can do better, if we can get a Dusan Vlahovic from Juve, if we can do a Joao Felix probably from Atletico Madrid, if we can get that deal done as well, in my opinion, stay away from Ollie Watkins. The class of Arsenal Football Club has actually gone up a level. I think Ollie Watkins might just be behind. What do you think? I think it's just behind. Now, the other names that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to be very, very controversial again. Controversial, Cossy, of course. But let's talk about Marcus Rashford. Perfect name at the perfect time. This boy right now is absolutely flying. Yesterday, Manchester United did win the FL Cup. He was on target, although it was recorded as on goal. But I think that was a little bit harsh to Marcus Rashford. The deflection, yes, makes it awkward for the goalkeeper, but think Marcus Rashford should have just taken the goal. Now, he's been compared to Bukayo Saka all day, every day this season. Saka is absolute levels as well this campaign. But Marcus Rashford, what are we thinking about one of the best strikers in the Premier League right now, if arguably one of the best strikers in Europe at the moment? Now, if we want to use him as a striker, and this is so genius from Mikel Arteta, I don't think he will get him. And I want to write a disclaimer already on this podcast. I don't think he will get Marcus Rashford. He's not even going to be anywhere near trying to sign him for Arsenal, because he's a Man United supporter. He's a Man United born child, and he loves the club, and the club love him as well. And he wants to be a legend at Man United, right? But this is the genius of Mikel Arteta. When all of us try to play him down, when all of us try to say, Marcus Rashford, don't sign for Arsenal, he's shit house, you're Trashford and everything, Mikel was interested in this boy. And look, a good manager is always going to identify the strengths and weaknesses of a player, given the fact that, he knows what the player can do, right? He literally knows what the player can do. So, as a centre forward, I'll take Marcus Rashford. I'm taking my words back. I said I wouldn't take Marcus Rashford a summer ago. It's not even 1 year later. I'll take Marcus Rashford, like all day, every day, even if it's not in this form. But after seeing this, every side right now in Europe, even if Marcus Rashford breaks his leg, I would sign him. I would definitely sign him. I think there are not many better strikers in the Premier League right now that are better than him. And to be honest, if Arsenal could get the attributes of Marcus Rashford, he doesn't dribble a lot. He doesn't beat players 1v1 in 1v1 a lot. And he's not that kind of guy that maybe is going to overpower defenders. But if you stick it in space, like Odegaard does all the time, boy, oh boy, he's clinical. Boy, oh boy, he's becoming a real striker, a real clinical striker. So Arsenal have also looked at Marcus Rashford, and I think this is coming up because of the contract situation that we're having between Man United and Rashford. I think that will be resolved even before the season ends, but it's more likely that he's going to sign a huge contract at Manchester United. So forget about Marcus Rashford, good player, but the deal is crazy. The deal is just insane. But the other two deals that I think Arsenal are actually very, very, okay to get. Number one is Marcus Thuram. We've talked about Marcus Thuram on the podcast before on a couple of occasions. Marcus Thuram, Borussia Mönchengladbach, they have already agreed with him to leave on a free. They've also confirmed that there are big clubs that are interested in Marcus Thuram, and they will be letting him go on a free. Now, Marcus Thuram did play very well for France in the recent World Cup. And I thought it was one of those players that actually impressed me very, very much. Now, I'm not saying we should sign him off the back of a World Cup performance, but this is what he has done this campaign so far, right? 21 games, 11 goals and 3 assists. He's actually doing better than Oli Watkins at the moment. And it's not about this season. In 2019-2020, he again put in a very good shift, 10 goals and 8 assists. He's been averaging at least 8 goals per campaign and 2 assists. It was only last campaign where he actually did very, very poorly. 21 games, he's only scored 3. But what I like about Marcus Thuram, young, he's only 25 years of age, so you've got to think about that and go probably. He's the kind of center forward we are looking at. He won't be costly because it's going to be free as well. And how about signing a player for free to back up Gabriel Jesus? I think whichever striker comes in, as long as it is not Joao Felix or Dusan Vlahovic or that kind of Lautaro Martinez type, they're going to be a backup to Gabriel Jesus, both in the UEFA Champions League and in the Premier League. So for me, Marcus Thuram then would be the perfect opportunity. I think Man United will try to pounce on this one. I would be surprised if they don't try to pounce on this one. United should definitely. But if Arsenal do pounce on this one, it will be a massive opportunity. It's a real opportunity. At 25, he can score for you every type of goal. He's strong. He runs a lot as well. I think as a player I would go for. I mean, there's so many people that want Kolo Muani. And I do understand why many people want Kolomwani, the striker, at entering Frankfurt. But this is not a bad shout as well. Marcus Thuram is not a bad shout at all. I would sign him. I would take him. I would take him in. But the name that's very interesting here is Ivan Toney, because Ivan Toney would offer Arsenal a lot. We every attribute that we do not get from Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia, that is power and physicality and ability in the air. That is what we'll be getting from Ivan Toney. Now, of course, you've got to understand that he has a few things to deal with as a player, and those are regarding betting issues as a footballer and all that. But if he's found to be clean, if he's found to be clear, boy oh boy, this is one that Arsenal should look at. This is one because Ivan Toney right now, it's high time he left Brentford. I think Brentford have really done very well with Ivan Toney. He's one of those players that you've just got to give Brentford a lot of credit. How do they sign strikers this good? He's formed a very good partnership with Brian Buemo, and his time in the Premier League has been very successful. 2 seasons so far, 2021-2022, 33 appearances, 12 goals. This campaign, only 21 appearances, 14 goals. 3 assists for this campaign, 5 for last campaign. So last campaign, he did average 17 goal contributions, or manage 17 goal contributions. This season, he has done it already. He has 17 goal contributions in 21 games. That is absolutely mad. He's actually matched his record last campaign in goals and assists with 12 games less. That is impressive. That is absolutely impressive. But as viewers and listeners of Cossy Arsenal podcast, I want your thoughts. I want your opinions. What do you think about Oli Watkins, Marcus Thuram, Ivan Toney, and of course, Marcus Rashford? Or should we say Sir Marcus Rashford? Is it better than Saka? No, he's not. He's not. No debate about that. He's not. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the like button for me. Cheers.